Travis Terrell, good morning.
So we are live. Chris Timmon, Travis Farrell, and Dr. Ed. Good morning, Dr. Ed. How are you, sir?
Good. How you guys doing?
Oh,
Look great.
Pretty great. Yeah. Travis was just explaining he was jealous of your scrubs.
Doesn't he look
that
good?
said Dr. Ed on it.
Damn!
Yeah. Good for you.
You should have came in here all dramatic with a bunch of blood on it.
No.
No, that comes after the shift.
Dr. Ed's going to hang out today. We'll play some Dogs on Film. But first, live from Midcoast Studio, not another state. It's Aunt Chris. How are you, Gardner?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Auntie.
What's that W stand for? I just noticed that on the intro. CW?
William. Christopher William Patrick Francis Gardner.
Would have made a great president.
Chris, Billy, Pat, Gardner.
I still can be president, Travis.
That's true. Gardner, silly me.
Yeah.
You want that?
Well, it could be worse.
Good morning, Walnuts.
There it is. Put it up. Put it up, Chris.
You ever seen
can
this
do
before,
it.
Dr. Ed?
This is
Put it-
the worst thing we've ever done.
There you go, Dr. Ed. Yeah. Dr. Ed's a walnut.
Walnut. It's our fans, the Walnuts.
The walnuts?
Yeah, the walnuts.
All right.
So good morning to everyone. A beautiful day.
It is not a beautiful day.
Why not?
You are a mean man. It is expected to snow here in about a couple hours in the city of St. Louis.
We'll come,
And
to, a,
I'm
we'll
all-
come to a halt again.
Yeah, well, yeah, if it's half an inch, well, everyone's just going
Yeah.
to stop. I see school districts have already decided to cancel classes
Man, that
in
happens quick
anticipation.
now.
Snowpocalypse, yeah, man. It's there are some situations around the country where kids were getting stranded at school when snowstorms happened, and some lawsuits start popping up. So
That
I think,
sounds fun.
yeah, I think a lot of school districts around the area decided, oh, let's just err on the side of caution. That means it just means the kids have to stay. They have a shorter summer, so I don't know why kids would be all hooray about it. It eats into your summer at some point, but
I heard somewhere that instead of a certain number of days in session, now it's hours, so they can actually make it up by extending the school day an extra hour. or so.
oh wow,
So
really?
they're less concerned about canceling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See
Some-
now, yeah,
I
that's a
may not have
reasonable
that
way.
Exactly right, but
No, that sounds more reasonable though.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. It's just yeah. They used to be bad
Yeah,
back
make
in the
them
day.
feel like they got a real full-time job. Going to 5. Teach them early, right?
Oh man, I do now that I have teacher friends, I do like, oh, sorry. They're so sweet and they love the job. They genuinely love the job, but man, when you have a teacher that's asked to be there, "Hey, can you stay another hour? Excuse me.
I have a friend who, it's been like 3 or 4 years now. He's been the full-time in-school suspension teacher at
Yeah.
middle school.
It's a good gig, but you see a lot.
Oh, the stories.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of repeat offenders.
If
He's got, I'm not going to mention who he is or where he is or anything, but he's got some nicknames for some of them,
Oh,
and he tells
boy.
me why they have those nicknames.
Oh, boy,
and
that
I'm
makes
like,
sense.
oh, really?
Oh, that makes sense. That's old young Pyro over there.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, Stabby McStabberson.
well, that's more probably juvenile.
Would you guys ever go back to high school? Under any circumstances? If right,
dre-
like right now.
dressed up as a younger person, like just shave your face. Hey, my kids, what's up?
Do you
Yeah.
think you could?
Brothers?
Better
Who was
question. Do you
that?
think you could handle being a high schooler right now?
Oh, like if it was you went into your high school body and you were placed into high school now,
Right now.
with the same knowledge we have as old men.
sounds like a Zac Efron movie.
Yeah.
It does, and yes, you do have the same knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the same. Oh, you get tried for some crimes. The manipulation that you could pull off would just be. I mean,
It's like,
it would be bad.
you could do the movie like that,
I'm talking about that's just with teachers.
like vice versa,
He turned it into a Me Too.
with Fred Savage and Judge Reinhold, I believe. Vice versa. You could. They switch bodies.
They
You
do.
could do something like that with a body switch.
I like body switch movies.
Yeah. They're always
I would
fun.
go back. I would go back just for the intrigue.
No, I wouldn't go back.
It'd be like my version of climbing Mount Everest.
I think I would get even more involved in stuff.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I realize, I went to St. Louis U High, which I think is like the best.
Yeah.
And I just wish that I had gotten even more involved. I realized after the fact what a great some great opportunities
Sure.
are missed.
Isn't that what everyone at St. Louis U High says about St. Louis U High?
I think
oh, it's the best.
I think they're
the great.
right.
I mean,
I think they're
Maybe
right.
you should start to believe them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when you start seeing they're the ones we've been fortunate to come across.
Yeah,
the graduates
I
have
hang
been
out with
very
a number of
I'm
them
not-
on
great
a daily
people.
basis.
Right? Yeah, they're great people.
I'm not saying anything out of school here, but the great Mike Jones, I was talking to him, and we were discussing that, and he's like, you know, like he wasn't complaining. I don't want this to come off the wrong way because he's so nice guy. He was like, do you know how difficult? He's like, if those kids, he's like, here's how much they care, and this is why they're all super smart when they come out of there. He's like, you ever had to do a practice with like a really good player on your football team? He's not suspended because he did something bad at school. His parents aren't happy with the test he got back. That means he's not coming to practice for 2 days. He's like, that's a thing because
Right.
they're so involved with the education.
That is a tribute to the parents because there are a lot of school districts that parents have their kids in where they're not putting that type of pressure on
Translate.
their kid.
Translate that to the next level. Imagine being a football player at Alabama, and then the mom and dad saying to Nick Saban, so and so's not coming to practice
Right,
the
'cause
next
he's
2
not-
days.
yeah. Yeah.
That's not. I don't know that would.
Yeah, don't bother coming back.
I wish someone would try that. I would like to see his reaction. I want to see Nick Saban's reaction to something like that.
Yeah.
See, Mike Krzyzewski would say, "Okay, I understand," but not Nick Saban.
Yeah, Krzyzewski's like, okay.
Is that your Krzyzewski?
Yeah,
It's
run
not
the
bad. It's not bad.
yeah, run the press.
We got Dr. Ed in here early today because you're volunteering saving lives.
Well, I'm not volunteering. I'm actually getting paid.
Oh, you're getting paid? Oh.
Don't
so-
assume his
Excuse
I'm
me,
designation.
a
I'm
bit-
actually working.
Hey, you are a busy man. How has everything been? We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
It's okay. I'm luckily I'm over being sick. It's just ridiculous. I got some. I don't know if it might have been the flu. And
Oh, wow.
man, I was knocked off my feet for like 8 days.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you should have called?
Self-imposed quarantine.
We would have came up with some soup. We've had Gardner bring some broth. Should have let us know.
Yeah.
He's a
It's
soup
okay.
man. Jeff Jones was in here yesterday.
Yeah.
He could have brought you some soup.
And Chris
That's
runs a
a
really
really
good
one.
bath. He knows how to make a nice warm bath.
This is weird.
We could have
Feeling
done
better
that.
already.
How'd you get over it? Do you have a remedy of some sort to at least comfort yourself?
No.
There's nothing.
No alcohol, no crack.
What?
Just, okay, I just thought. I'm
All
throwing
right.
out options. I'm not sure.
You
They're
just gotta let it
throwing out-
run through you, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Dr. Ed, you pay attention to baseball, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the giant trade
Oh,
over last night?
Doctor, did we ever?
Chris
Yeah.
told me about it this morning. I hadn't heard.
Big deal, and it's involving two major franchises. In a wild deal, the Boston Red Sox and Los Angeles Dodgers have agreed to a blockbuster deal that will send former MVP Mookie Betts and left-hander David Price to Los Angeles for a package that includes outfielder Alex Verdugo. Sources tell ESPN. This is Jeff Passan of ESPN reporting this late last night. The trade includes a third team, the Minnesota Twins, with the Dodgers sending starter Kenta Maeda to Minnesota, which in turn will ship hard-throwing pitching prospect Brusdar Graterol to Boston. This is confirmed by The Athletic. Big moves. Not involving the Cardinals.
Is Boston just doing a salary dump or what? Because
It looks like they are.
Sure don't get it much in return.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you were to listen to the pundits and our good friend Michael Gaines and everyone on Twitter, it was. It felt as if the Red Sox were just like, we can't afford it now. We got to start making major cuts, and so they're dumping a lot, and apparently their best freaking player to rebuild. I don't know what the Red Sox are doing. They just won the World Series 2 years ago. This is kind of confusing. I don't know. But
This is how
Mookie Betts.
weird the Red Sox can be. They won the World Series 2 years ago, but they weren't happy with how their roster was that did it. And then things started going to hell after that.
Right.
Because they knew they got kind of lucky
Yeah.
and got hot at the right time. And some of it was a bit of an illusion, but it worked. So they knew it was hard. It was not going to be sustainable. It was not going to be repeatable.
Right.
So they started tinkering in that, and then that leads to this.
Wait, did we switch to the Blues now all of a sudden?
But it's like they can afford him. I think that
Yes.
just point needs to be hammered home over and over.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I I don't know why he's 27 years old in his prime. The guy helped you win a World Series 2 seasons ago. The guy is one of the big faces of the game. I'm so confused. This is trading away LeBron in his prime. This doesn't make any sense to me. You can afford to sign him, where even as Cleveland couldn't afford maybe to match the money that LeBron would have made as a free agent, where the Red Sox have the means to do it. I don't know what's happening. And then you send him to another major market who is literally a major player away from winning the world. It's like LA got exactly what they needed at the right time. It's like the greatest gift ever.
Yeah, it's not bad. What might be the second best player in baseball.
Yes. And Mike Trout's going to
not
regret not eating up some of that LA market, because Mookie Betts is about to be one of the biggest things in LA. Him and Anthony Davis are going to be two of the biggest things in LA.
I don't think so.
Mookie Betts?
Well, no.
Nah.
Mookie can.
He's great.
But I think one thing you misstated is you said Mike Trout's going to regret.
Yeah, he's not going to regret.
We know.
Mike Trout, he's fine
Yes.
with playing
Yeah.
behind the scenes. You're right. You're exactly.
That's
he
the
doesn't
only thing
care
I would
about
take
that.
issue
He's a
with.
quiet superstar.
Yeah, he's a guy, and he's admitted to saying that he doesn't care about all the endorsements. He's not going to flake out or change who he is to
Yeah.
do those things. And tip of the
You
cap
don't
to that
have
guy.
to.
But this is one of those blockbuster deals where I don't know. It feels I feel like I've seen this trade before. Like it's like when the Hornets, or excuse me, when the Grizzlies just gave up on Pau Gasol and sent him to the Lakers.
Oh, I remember that.
It's just like, wow, why are you giving up one of the two best players in the game to a team that's ready to go on a dynasty type run for peanuts?
I don't know if they gave up peanuts.
I would say
Verdugo,
peanuts, you're right.
They get
Peanuts not
Verdugo
fair.
supposedly,
Yeah, that's
you
not
know,
fair.
the
You're
next big thing. But then
right. The prospects are prospects.
he's-
Mookie Betts is Mookie
That's
Betts.
fair, yes.
Prospects are prospects, and that's great. Could
No, I'm
be
not,
something.
I'm not. This is a very strange thing, and immediately instead of just being like, "Oh, great trade," I'm like, "Fucking Cardinals gonna do this?"
It does. It is a little bit frustrating. Look, you got to have also a dance partner, and the Red Sox, because they were just like, man, we gotta move out by the end of the month. Take what you can get. It's a very weird scenario, but it's a big win for LA, and yeah, the Dodgers are your 2020 favorites to win the World Series.
Yeah. I would just see if anyone gets injured or anything like
Yeah,
that.
that's those things happen.
So-
And LA's nothing's guaranteed. They've had some strong runs the last few seasons, and they haven't had anything to show for it, probably because I'm cheating. But outside of that, they're going to be probably the favorites. And looking around the rest of the NL, do you see anybody rising up to?
I mean, Dodgers are weird because they're always like, "Yeah, you're tough," but like they just have this weird reputation in my head that
They can't get over the
They're
hump.
not that. Yeah, exactly. Which, yeah, maybe that's not fair. But
They were USA Today gave the Dodgers, if I remember reading it properly, they had their win totals yesterday, which we touched on briefly. Gave the Dodgers 99 wins
Before the trade?
before the trade.
Shit.
so there's 104 wins probably.
And
Maybe once.
Mookie
106.
Betts
Yeah.
WAR. I think that I saw this as well. Was it last year or the year before? His WAR was like 10 point
10,
something.
10.9.
Was that last year or the year before? Do you
I
remember?
think it was the year during his MVP year.
Okay, during the MVP year. And the Dodgers have never had a player in the history of their franchise, when you go back and recalculate the WAR for them, that has approached 10. That's including like Jackie Robinson in that.
He's the second one. Jackie Robinson was a 9 something. He's the second highest.
Yeah, and so like they've never had a 10. So that's telling you kind of what you're getting. And if you're already right around hovering around 100 wins, I would just say your expectations are going to be rather high for the Dodgers this year.
Yeah, Verdugo could be a stud, but man, you got a chance to get Mookie Betts in his prime.
Mookie is a stud. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then look, yeah, they're gonna eat a lot of that ugly David Price contract that the Cardinals almost ended up with. David Price, I don't know if he's gonna be asked to do what he was doing in Boston. I doubt it. But that's not a bad weapon
fine.
sitting
He's
back
fine.
there if he remains healthy. David Price, again, I think the Dodgers did everything that you would want your team in their position to do this offseason. It's something that
still
I can
think-
understand why Cardinal fans
yeah.
are frustrated. They
I-
did what they needed to do.
I still think he's going to be an effective starter.
David Price?
Yeah,
I believe it too. I
mean,
think he can
plus,
be.
two top-notch lefties.
Yeah.
How many teams can say they got two lefties like, Price and Kershaw?
I mean, you get Price. When you get Price gets going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No one wants to see that in a short series. So the Dodgers, look, they just went out and did what you would want your organization to do in that position.
Yeah,
And-
I think that's the biggest point to take away.
Yeah, and the Cardinals, they feel like for the position they want to be in, they're okay with the personnel that they currently have. It's just the priorities of the teams. I think the Dodgers are clear on we're going out there and we are going to win the World Series. Where the Cardinals are like, hey, man, if we get hot, cool. If we there, we there. If I can add a piece, if a situation plays to our advantage, okay. But we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this.
Just think about how much a trade like that energizes the fans.
Oh.
I think if it happened in St. Louis, it
Ugh.
would be magnified even more than it is in L.A. L.A.
Exactly.
fans are like,
this is
great.
cool.
We're gonna win. Yeah.
St.
but-
Louis, we would like, man, taking a day off, heading down the patios. We got Mookie Betts.
Travis is every Wednesday.
That's my white man Wednesday voice.
Oh,
and
pretty
you know,
good.
and they know that there could be a short window with this as well.
Oh,
with
sure.
this impending free agency coming up, but
But isn't that? I think that urgency.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's that
what it-
sense of urgency. It's
yeah.
what drives the fans, and I think that's why you saw a bit of a lull for the Cardinals in the playoffs from the fans. As far as energy, is because it didn't feel like it was an urgent matter to the Card. Hey, we're here. Then it was like they were surprised they were in the NLCS. So when the team is surprised that they're in the NLCS, we gotta expect the fans to be like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're cool, just happy to be here." Whereas the Dodgers, they're now telling their fans, "We're gonna win this son of a bitch. We're going to get it right now." Especially after that mess with the Astros. Oh hell yeah! They're like, "Oh, let's go get it now." So, tip of the cap of them. It's gonna be a fun spring around here.
should be. As long as the weather's nice, I'll be fine.
Yeah, 100% chance for snow today. You excited about that?
It's 100%.
It looks maybe some slushiness. It's gonna hover around 34, 33, but I think later in the evening it's gonna get under that 32. It's gonna be snowing, so it's gonna stick.
What time's it supposed to start?
Technically 10 a.m. I know.
I gotta keep an eye on some things. I
That's
got
it, keep an
something
eye.
cooking this.
Oh, here it is. It's about the food. It wasn't about road safety, transportation,
No, I'm getting-
comfort. It's about food.
I have to get a haircut.
Oh, and that's happening. Do you know that's happening, Dr.
I
Ray?
heard. Yeah. I want to see the before and afters.
So but
What would you do if
weather-
a mangy dog that came in looking like Gardner? Would you recommend that they shear some of that off, shower first?
Start from scratch. Yeah. Shear it all off. Start over.
So how do you numb the dog or cat if if they got some knots you need to get in, they might get a little agitated?
We sedate them.
Okay.
Is it a shot?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I don't think he carries it with him, and I don't think you can purchase it.
I'm not asking Dr. Ed to cut my hair.
Well, I'm asking if you're wondering if he had something that you can take when your hair is getting
I don't
cut.
assume that he's a groomer immediately. I've heard some of the other work he does. I kind of think that's what he does, Travis.
Sorry.
I wasn't asking for the shot. I would have asked for more of the anxiety pills anyway.
Just wanted to see where you were going to go with after the anxiety pills.
Oh, no. Nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we aren't going anywhere at all. We're all going to be here for Dogs on Film.
Mm-hmm.
Always excited to get that going. Gardner, you want to play the game?
Sure.
Let's do it. Dogs on Film.
It's time for Dogs on Film!
So I want to let you
Undelightful.
know something.
Uh-oh.
I got to the office early today. I woke up at about 4.
Mm-mm.
And I didn't mean to wake up at 4, but I woke up and I checked my phone for something when I woke up and realized that the night got away from me. And I forgot to edit Dogs on Film.
Mm.
That I completely just blanked. I recorded everything with Sean and that. I was like, oh, I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to watch. Got my chicken in the oven. Everything was fine. Ate my
Damn food.
dinner. I started watching some television. Next thing you know, I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, crap. I forgot to edit Dogs on Film. So I got here early to edit this morning.
Good for you.
So we got it all done. We're revisiting some of the ones we've done in the past right now. But Sean's kind of read they're current readings, just so you know. But wanted to have themes still again. So for those that don't know, Dogs on Film or anyone?
On film.
There we go. On Film or Dogs on Film. We have 6 movies. We
Okay.
pair one against another, 3 sets of movies. You have to guess which one has a better score according to the venerable website Rotten Tomatoes, which we can all agree on, obviously, yes. So you guys can max out at 3 points if you get it right.
Okay.
So we do have a 7th movie as a tiebreaker that you have to guess closest to the actual score on the tiebreaker. Now, throughout, I'm going to let you know, or a group of you know, if you got it right.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
You'll hear that. Now, if you get it wrong, I would decide I want to go that route. You'll hear that. So there's your right or wrong. Now, I mentioned Sean. Sean reads a brief description of each of these movies to kind of help you out if you haven't seen it and whatnot. So we have 3 themes. I don't think they're not too esoteric or anything like that, so you
Okay.
should be fine.
All right.
So you guys ready to play the game?
Let's play the game.
All right. Well, it is Black History Month.
It is.
It is Blackuary.
Happy Black History Month to me.
So keep that in mind with some of your themes. Here's your here's your first one.
Uh-oh.
Just leave it in the other room. What's this? Put it in the other room. Arling, get back in the kitchen.
Oh, that's sexist.
I know. I just did that. Yeah, I just did a joke. I know. Burn my mouth. I'm trying to talk here. Just kidding, of course.
Burn, baby,
Burn, baby, burn. Just burned my ass, didn't I? Oopsie daisy. Here she comes again.
What'd she make you?
A pork chop. I told her to put it in an hour ago. She forgot.
It was not.
It was. All right, whatever. All right. Are we ready?
Oh, God.
First up, we have Rushmore. 1998. Drama, indie film, 1 hour, 33 minutes. When a beautiful first grade teacher, Olivia Williams, arrives at a prep school, she soon attracts the attention of an ambitious teenager named Max, Jason Schwartzman, who quickly falls in love with her. Max turns to the father, Bill Murray, of 2 of his schoolmates for advice on how to woo the teacher. However, the situation soon gets complicated when Max's new friend becomes involved with her, setting the 2 pals against one another in a war for her attention.
All right, there's your first one. Rushmore.
Okay.
Obviously, Black History Month movie. Going against?
The Grand Budapest Hotel,
Ah, yes, very
2014, drama, crime, 1 hour, 40 minutes. In the 1930s, the Grand Budapest Hotel is a popular European ski resort presided over by consigliere Gustav H. Ralph Fiennes.
Fines.
Ralph Fiennes. Fine Irish. 0, Tony Revolori.
Another Irishman?
Yeah, Northern Irish stuff. A junior lobby boy becomes Gustav's friend and protege. Gustav prides himself on providing first-class service to the hotel's guests, including satisfying the sexual needs of many of the elderly women who stay there. When one of Gustav's lovers dies mysteriously, Gustav finds himself the recipient of a priceless painting and the chief suspect in her murder. The Grand Budapest Hotel. You know that's just a glorified below deck, that movie. Yes, sir. Next.
I don't know that it's the same thing
It is the same thing. Yeah. Give them, quality service to rich people, and then they, screw them.
I wonder if I could be a concierge.
Probably could. I thought you wanted to be a doorman.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
looking.
set why set your goals so low?
Yeah, what a jerk. Obviously, there's a theme there.
It is Wes
Black as
Anderson.
it gets.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson
Black
directed.
is Black you wear it. No,
His
no.
name is not Wesley Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Ed, you get into the Wes Anderson stuff?
Not really.
I didn't think you would.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest Hotel versus Rushmore.
Yeah.
I am going with Rushmore.
It's tricky. Rushmore is one of my favorite movies, probably ever. I feel like Gardner's trying to play me.
I think so.
It's the better film, Rushmore.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
got to go with that.
So we have Rushmore all around.
Yes, sir.
Rushmore all around.
What a jerk.
Rushmore 89. The Grand Budapest Hotel 91.
See, the Grand Budapest Hotel, fine film, but I
That's
feel
fun.
like it's one of those things you just want to sound like you know cinema when you say you like the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
It's good.
I just feel
It's a
it.
good movie.
Am I right in my assessment though? It's a
good
movie.
I mean,
I feel like I'm not
pretty
wrong.
good.
Good movie.
It's pretty
Okay,
good.
all right.
One of the better movies of the last decade.
Okay. It deserves a 91.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Didn't they
I'll have
do
to check it out.
Sequel? Am I wrong, or am I thinking of a different movie?
You're thinking of a different movie. You're thinking of the Grand Marigold Hotel.
The what?
Yeah, there's a Grand Marigold Hotel movie.
What's that one?
That's with Judi Dench.
Have you seen that one?
I have not.
You have, haven't you?
I have seen some of it. What is that?
Ah!
The Grand-
Ah! That was a test.
Maybe it was. Okay, maybe I'm probably. Okay, no, I think I'm right. No, it is the name of a movie.
Oh boy.
The Best Exotic Marigold
oh,
Hotel.
best
Okay.
oh, that's why you watched it.
Damn, all of us are wrong. Yeah, he saw Exotic.
My kind of party. Judi Dench in it too.
Yeah. We were like, what's this about? All right. No points awarded in the first set.
Okay.
So now we move on to your
Whoopsie.
second pairing. You ready? Here we go.
What was the theme, by the way?
Wes Anderson movies.
Oh, okay.
Here's this one.
Missed
And
it.
next we have Glory, 1989. Drama history, 2 hours, 2 minutes. Following the Battle of Antietam, Colonel Robert Gould Shaw, Matthew Broderick, is offered command of the United States' first all-African-American regiment, the 54th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry, with junior officer Cabot Forbes, Gary Owes,
Carrie Elway's.
Carrie Elwes, Shaw puts together a strong and proud unit, including the escaped slave Trip, Denzel Washington, and the wise gravedigger John Rawlins, Morgan Freeman. At first limited to manual tasks, the regiment fights to be placed in the heat of the battle.
Glory, glory,
hallelujah.
glory, glory.
Hallelujah.
All right. Glory is your first one.
Okay.
Here's your second one.
Then we have Selma, 2014 drama, historical drama, 2 hours, 8 minutes. Although the Civil Rights Act of 1964 legally desegregated the South, discrimination was still rampant in certain areas, making it very difficult for blacks to register to vote. In 1965, an Alabama city became the battleground in the fight for suffrage. Despite violent opposition, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., David Iowa, David Ailowo and his followers pressed forward in an epic march from Selma to Montgomery, and their efforts culminated in President Lyndon Johnson, Tom Wilkinson, signing the Voting Act Right of 1965. I haven't eaten anything. I'm just going right into this again.
Oh, no.
What's this? Vodka?
Yes, please.
Okay. How do you do on that name, Travis?
Better than most.
Okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, better than most.
I didn't correct him because I didn't know what it was
And
myself.
I'm not going to sit up here and attempt to pronounce his last name either,
Okay.
so that's why I said better than most.
All right. Sorry, I kept pushing you there.
No, that's all good.
So we have Selma
Selma.
versus Glory.
Two things Rush Limbaugh hates. Did I get that one? Is that theme close?
Oh,
Could
we
that
check with
work?
the judges.
That's pretty close. Yeah,
It works actually.
What's the theme there?
It was just for Blackuary.
Blackuary. Blackuary movies.
Yeah. So we have Glory versus Selma. Dr. Ed, what do you think on this one?
That's really tough.
Yeah.
I think I got to go with Lori.
Okay.
Selma.
I'm going with Glory.
Okay. Dr. Ed. Travis. Glory's highly rated. It is a 93.
Y'all don't know these critics like I do.
Selma, 99.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
99.
You can't get mad at it. You know you
Yeah,
can't.
you're about to say. You're about to say they're pandering. They're pandering.
You were about to, and then you cut yourself. No.
Okay.
Kick it. What, are you gonna tear Selma apart?
No, I can't. I just have to sit in it.
That was an interesting
I have to
reaction.
sit
there.
in it.
It was like, hey, I want to do. No, I can't.
Uh-huh.
All right. So after 2 rounds,
Okay.
1-0, Chris leads.
All right, we can do this, Doctor. We can get back in this. Let's go. Thank you, Jesus.
So will Chris guess first on this last one? How do we want to do it? Is it normally how we do it?
I
with,
guess Dr. Ed and I would need to technically guess first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what you guys want to do. All right. Here's your final pairing.
And then there's Juno, 2007, comedy drama. 1 hour, 36 minutes. When precious teen Juno McCuff, Ellen Page, becomes pregnant, she chooses a failed rock star, Jason Bateman, and his wife, Jennifer Garner, to adopt her unborn child. Complications occur when Mark, the prospective father, begins viewing Juno as more than just a mother of his future child, putting both his marriage and the adoption in jeopardy.
Is that your stomach?
It was. I haven't eaten anything. I'm getting a little woozy.
I guess.
I know. It's hungry.
All right. So Juno is your first movie. Your second one?
Then there's Creed, 2015, drama, sport, 2 hour, 13 minutes. Adonis Johnson, Michael B. Jordan, never knew his famous father, boxing champion Apollo Creed, who died before Adonis was born. However, boxing is in his blood, so he seeks out Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, and asks the retired champ to be his trainer. Rocky sees much of Apollo in Adonis and agrees to mentor him, even as he battles his opponent deadlier than any in the ring. With Rocky's help, Adonis soon gets a title shot, but whether he has the true heart of a fighter remains to be seen. Creed.
You like that Sylvester Stallone?
I don't know. I mean, it's, he's still, that's who he is.
Who is he? Do an impersonation.
Buh.
Oh,
That's
boy.
it.
That was the
That's
best.
it?
That's it.
Stallone got, huh?
Buh.
Oh, boy.
You got any other impersonations?
Not off the top of my head.
Look at a Marlon Brando.
You want me to see my Marlon Brando?
Oh, no.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Oh, this is going
Let me
to be
get
trouble.
the character.
God help us. Oh, he's shrinking to get at the character.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Bananas.
That's it?
That's it.
What? That whole build-up.
Bananas.
All that build-up. That was it, huh? That's it. Oh, boy. God, pray for Sean.
All right. We have Creed versus Juno. Did you get the theme there?
Oh, I didn't.
It's very superficial. A black movie versus a white movie.
Okay, well, yeah,
There's
I
nothing
didn't think
wider.
that. I'm about to
The
say.
old pro wrestling
Yeah.
trope.
Well
There's-
played.
Yeah, there's nothing wider than Juno.
Just old school
Yeah.
racial warfare.
Very simple. Very
okay,
simple.
very good. I am going Creed. I like both films, but I'm going Creed.
Yeah, my first impression was Juno, but then I thought he was trying to pull a fast one on us, so but I'll stick with Juno.
Okay.
I gotta go Juno.
Ah.
All right. Juno for Chris and Dr. Ed. Shocker, Travis. And Travis, you went with?
Creed.
Travis went with Creed. Travis
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
is correct. A 94 for Juno, a 95 for Creed.
Are we noticing something here?
Ah!
So
The
we-
95, by the way, on Rotten Tomatoes, Chris passed up to watch Krampus.
This is ranked in the 80s.
Is it?
Yeah,
Krampus is in the 80s, huh?
it is.
Adam Scott.
Oh, let's just take a real quick look.
All right, so that means Chris and I are tied. Dr. Ed, unfortunately, sorry. You can
Putting him
play
in-
along.
Putting him in
We're
bad
gonna let
mood.
this go by that Creed gets a 95.
Yeah, that didn't need 95.
Oh, they had four-wheelers in Philadelphia.
Look at this.
So real.
Racist as
How's
hell.
that racist?
Why can't brothers ride through the streets in four-wheelers? Y'all go
You ever-
mudding in your ATVs. Where
You
you
ever-
from?
You ever lived? That's in mudded areas where there's no traffic.
Well,
or
there are
people.
streets in
ever
the
lived-
urban areas.
you
Where
ever
do you
lived
expect us to
downtown?
ride the bikes?
You ever live downtown and a pack of four-wheelers comes down the alley? No thanks.
That happens a lot.
that?
That happened a lot. Coming down an alley, four-wheelers, when they chase you. Was the Joker with them?
No, but living in downtown St. Louis, I was
Make it sound like a-
frequently woke up or startled by. I'm talking
There's so much noise in the downtown area.
Are you in a city?
There's
correct. Four-wheelers don't belong there.
so much noise. Oh,
not?
and
They're not street legal at all. No way. Idiots. You're trying to prove a point. It's not going to work.
That's
Travis would cry if
When
he
it's
heard
in the
one
city.
four-wheeler going off in an alley.
I don't care for that
so,
noise. That's why I don't
so
live in the city.
The sound of them is what bothered you. Does
I don't
motorcycles
know,
bother
whatever-
you?
Whatever you're doing. As
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as they're properly licensed by
So
the
you-
state of
Oh,
Missouri.
oh,
So you
yeah,
could
that's-
tell that just by the sound. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
apparently, interesting.
Can
that's-
absolutely tell the
that's
sound. And
interesting.
Oh, yeah,
typically,
you see
typically,
it. You
I've
see
never
it,
heard of my
Gardner.
entire
You
life.
see it.
I just, well,
It's a shame.
okay.
You see it, Gardner.
All right, we move to the tiebreaker.
What's the movie?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
Sean will tell you.
Oh, okay.
So we have a tiebreaker between Chris and Travis. Dr. Ed, you get to play along as well because we love you.
Yeah, I got skunked.
So here we go with the tiebreaker.
And now for the tiebreaker. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, 1983. Fantasy, comedy music, 1 hour, 56 minutes. The stages of life are directed by Terry Jones and told through multiple sketches and songs by the British comedy troupe. The 7 parts of the life cover birth, growing up, war, middle age, organ transplants, old age, and death. Not all stages are singular. Part 1, The Miracle of Birth, is from the perspective of an ignored woman in labor and of a Roman Catholic couple with too many children. And Part 7, Death, encompasses a funeral and heaven. Added are 3 unrelated skits placed in the beginning, middle, and end. How you feeling? Better get a bucket of a throw up.
What were you like watching the other day? The Life of Brian?
That was the life of Brian. Always look on the bright
Right
side of life. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom first, so come on, let me go.
You have a good day, Sean.
I got other plans, but thanks anyway. Bye-bye.
All right. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. Terry Jones directed, recently passed away. What do we got, gentlemen?
91%.
91 from Chris.
Damn, that was what I was going to go with. All right. Then I am going to go 88%.
Go 85.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Ed, it's too bad you're not eligible for this because it's an 86. An 86. And Travis reclaims his title.
Fitting.
Yes.
February.
Happy Blackuary!
Did you let him have it?
It's for the ancestors.
Just handed it to him.
I think
That's
they
what?
require more than this.
Oh, that's a pretty good start. I figure this is all I got.
Call it even.
What a podcast.
What is, this
trivia,
is not reparations.
film
Call it even.
contest. Yeah, this is pretty much paid. This is all
Call it even.
I can do. We're even.
Big thanks to that. Real quick, we've got a friend from Gateway Pet Guardians joining us this Thursday at Sophie's for Happiest Hour. They're going to have one of their adoptable dogs on hand for free comedy. Come out, check it out, 6 o'clock at Sophie's. Our friends at Jack Daniels make that possible, and Schlafly Beer has made their push as well. So we'll give you specials from Schlafly, Jack Daniels. Come out, meet a beautiful dog. I posted that on our Instagram, Facebook, and you can be like my mom and adopt one of the dogs who comes to the comedy show.
How? That was quick.
Real quick, yeah. And I always think that's so crazy. You guys pull these dogs off of the streets of East St. Louis, and months later, I'm getting a selfie with a dog in a lap on a giant couch in Farmington, Missouri, after she just got done running through a field for 2 hours. So, what a crazy, great thing that Gateway Pet Guardians does, huh?
Yep, they're doing a great job. Animals are in the shelter, and
It's amazing.
yep, shelter's open.
How are you? How's your mom and dad handling that?
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going well. Dog had the Fosters had done a lot of work with it, gotten her ready. She's just really good temperament anyway, and no issues whatsoever. They were smart about integrating, I should say. But Yeah, it's gone perfect.
How long do dogs normally stay with a foster family?
Oh, it could be
Oh gosh, it just
could be a week. It could be 4 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It all differs. Yeah.
I would think at 4 years or something like that, I'd be too attached at that point.
That's what you would think, right?
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Foster failure, but when the foster parent ends up adopting the dog.
Yeah. I could see that happen.
But still, I mean, you're giving it up, and it's going to a good home.
Yeah, and then you get to help.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe 5 more dogs in
Yeah.
the next 6 months. So, yeah, cool setup. Great
Yeah,
shout.
okay.
Oh, also this week at Happiest Hour at Sophie's, we have a company called Mighty Cricket that's going to be our featured partner. Their founder is going to be there. She's invited a bunch of her friends. You know what they do?
What is that?
They have pure, clean cricket protein powder, and as a food source.
Dr. Ed, is that healthy?
No, it is.
Sure, it's healthy.
And is that what? Would you
That's
guys?
wild.
Would you guys? Have you had it?
No, never have.
It's actually expensive.
Why crickets?
Because it's a form of protein that's like really. It's like you don't have to kill cows to get it.
That's why
right?
you eat a cricket out in the wild.
Yeah.
Do the crickets provide the same type of substance as?
Yeah.
Protein. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Who's
We
calling
read.
me?
I read there was an article saying, want to live in 20 years? Get ready to eat a bunch of bugs. Because
I'm game
that's
for
what
that.
that's what we're gonna have to start doing.
I'm game for that. That
Start
makes sense.
focusing on survivalist skills, probably.
But it's like,
There's a movie
Interesting.
called Snowpiercer where the people in the back of the train, all they got to eat was crickets. That phone of yours needs to take a seat, pal.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who this
Sean still yelling at you from the segment?
Just think how many
No.
crickets a bear would have to eat.
Oh, great
Oh,
point,
that's a good
Dr.
point.
Ed.
That's a lot
Thank
of,
you.
That's a lot of crickets.
Survive.
Mm-hmm.
is. Yeah, I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Would it be satisfied?
It's never satisfied. It's an apex predator. It's evil.
It's evil.
That's a good point.
Let's
Dr.
Let's
Ed.
not chirp on this too long.
Oh.
It would have been funny if he would have said that joke and no one laughed, because then it would have been crickets.
I see what you
Nice.
did there with the crickets. You guys
You
are
should
so
do cricket jokes that aren't funny, so then no one laughs, and then it's just play cricket sounds. You'd be the cricket comedian.
That sounds great. I think
There.
we're onto something.
No, we're not. It's terrible.
Dr. Ed, Battlehawks XFL. Have you ever operated on a Battlehawk?
No.
Are you going to attend the games?
No.
Are you excited?
No.
Hey, Dr. Ed!
Oh, this is
Get into the
Hey,
spirit!
You got your
Guys.
season tickets?
I don't have season tickets. I think I will check out a couple games
this,
at least.
In this sense, Coco. Dr. Ed's not feeling them.
Ca-ca-ca.
But you're going to be pumped for MLS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Will you get season tickets to MLS?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I may end up like splitting some with somebody.
That'd be probably a smart play.
Will it bother you if you don't like the team name?
Yeah, they haven't come up with that yet, have they?
No,
Have
but
they
I was
discussed
wondering
it at
like
all?
how many people they'll get turned off immediately just by. I'm not going to watch this. Not with that name.
Clydesdale FC.
I think you can. I don't know if you can necessarily lose people, but you certainly miss the opportunity to gain people with the right nickname.
Okay.
The right nickname can get you a few thousand more fans. A shitty one, probably you kind of lose your momentum.
You just gotta focus on making soccer scarves. That's all. That's how you get them
I'm
back.
interested to see the stadium come together. It's the exits, I guess, are now blocked off.
On the off the highway, yeah.
they're completely shut down, and they're going to start
Yeah, I still
doing the
can't-
dirty.
I
We're going to
still
start.
can't- Still can't visualize that. How it's
I
gonna
cannot
come
either, but I think that's the cool thing too. Is that it's gonna once it starts to go up, you're gonna go, oh, okay, I see what they were going for here,
Imagine
and
if
it's
you
gonna
haven't-
look really neat.
Imagine if you haven't been to St. Louis in 10 years and you come here in the next year. Like, what in the hell? Where's
Yeah.
Harry's?
It's funny, yeah, and they haven't.
Harry's had a lot of homeless
Cocaine?
people staying there
Oh,
because I went and checked the property a couple times after it was rumored, even before this time it went. We got everything going.
Right.
Remember before the ballot measure and all that. And I wandered over there and I had to wander out because I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be around here right now. But it was, that's what it was for a while. But
homeless
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
You still fit in until you get a haircut.
That's why I wasn't too scared.
Hey, can I get a smoke?
Yeah.
Hard
'cause
out,
I was
here
like,
for us.
They're like, oh no, he's one of us.
He looks like one of us.
Yeah.
And it is weird too, because you can see as many renderings as you want, but until you really start to see it being put together, it's going to be different from what you see on the renderings. And I'll say that too with in my neighborhood, the 100 building that they're putting up. Like you can see the renderings, and you're kind of like, okay, I'm not sure about that. And then now you see it now, and people are like, oh my god, this thing's incredible. Minds will get changed as you start to see an actual edifice.
I agree.
Dr. Ed might be looking at those One Cardinal Way places. You gonna go live down there?
No.
We were discussing. Apparently, their what do you call that? Occupancy is pretty high, right?
I guess I'm not surprised by that. I don't know. I'm not in that, for lack of a better term, tax bracket. So I don't know. My thinking about purchasing a place like that isn't the same as someone who's just like, oh, this is, I won't miss this money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if it was, like I said, I think the idea is to attract young professionals, and hell, go for it. Hey, if you're in your mid to late 20s and you got the means to stay right next to Busch Stadium, why the hell not?
Have at it.
I just don't know, like the Dr. Eds of the world are going to to move from the Hill or move from Clayton to live downtown next to the Cardinals Stadium.
I think my time has passed.
Dr. Ed on a Tuesday night at Ballpark Village after a Marlins game. Hey, everybody!
Not enough cologne in the world could make Dr. Ed want to go do that.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
It made me a friend of mine, my age. He was at Broadway Oyster Bar, I think. Yeah, one night, and real young crowd in there. And he goes up to the bar to get another round of drinks, and at the bar is a rather very attractive younger lady, and she kind of kept looking over at my friend Mark and looking over at him, and finally she looks over and she speaks up and she says, "Is that Curve?"
Shut.
Hilarious.
And, yeah, and he says, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is." And well, my father wears Curve.
Right in the gut.
What would it be for my dad? Grandpa's Cool Water.
Oh, good God.
Really?
Cool Water was good money back in the day. You can't even lie. We could sit up there and be cute.
Curve
and
and
be
Axe body
cool about
spray
it.
were on every middle schooler.
Yeah, exactly. We could sit up here
Like,
and try to
I
be
think
coy
Curve,
and cool.
I think kids still wear Curve today.
I know kids definitely wear the
Because
Because you
Axe.
get it at a gas station.
Like, I mean, yeah, we didn't look
The
Cool
farm-
Water and
The Farmington Middle School Squires basketball locker room smelled of Michael Jordan cologne and whatever right guard spray on deodorant. And it, like, I think about that, and our coaches and even the PE teacher like the next day would be like, what do you guys do? Like, what are you doing? Like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Kind of embarrassing thinking back on that.
no. Curve was good money. Curve and Cool Water, they got the job done. Like Curve in high school was look, the ladies were very happy with it. They were very satisfied with the smell. So with the guys, like idiots, we wore whatever the ladies thought smelled good. So don't put that on us.
Sorry, I wore Ralph Lauren, so.
The blue bottle.
Sometimes Tommy Hilfiger, because I like to wear Tommy Hilfiger shirts in high school.
As well.
You had to match your cologne to your
Oh,
shirt.
yeah, it's like a
Crony shirt.
uniform.
That's hilarious.
It's like a uniform,
He
man.
said it was part of his. Oh, you were a horrible human being, weren't you?
I was branding, man.
Oh.
Can you imagine if somebody actually caught that? You're wearing Tommy with a Ralph Lauren shirt.
Yeah. I didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
You didn't
Terrible.
want to be
Yeah,
that
pick one,
guy.
man. You can't pick one.
Scream at your mom that the laundry's not done.
I used to
Feel like
be
something to
in high school. It used to be khakis, T-shirt with Tommy Hilfiger shirt over the T-shirt, unbuttoned, sleeves rolled up. That was my high school look.
Hi, I'm Chris from State Farm.
Yeah.
I'm wearing khakis.
That sounds.
Look, I'm casual,
But
but kind of preppy.
But kind of preppy.
Uh-huh.
Well, Dr. Ed went to SLU High, and he had a uniform.
Yeah, I hear
damn it.
Sue High's the best.
No uniforms.
No uniform?
No uniforms.
Mm.
No.
They
Sue
are the
High's the
best.
best.
They
That's
are the
what
best.
everyone who went there told me.
That's what they say.
I went to a trivia night there, and I was like, they have got some donors. My gosh. I was like, this is nicer than a lot of college
They
campuses.
get a new gym recently or a new floor or something like that? Might have been
Don't
something
ask
like
me.
that.
I didn't pay for it.
Oh, dang.
It's like,
Not
not my money.
Dr. Ed, as always, we thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
you're
Ed.
gonna
It's
go
good
do
seeing
some
you.
Good
I was
work.
happy to come in and fill in.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. You guys need anything before we hit the break?
No.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Thanks to Tech Electronics for helping us out with the studio. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Chris Emmon, Trumpy Bear, and Travis Terrell live from Midcoast Studio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's kick it. Yeah, all right. Guardsy's here. He's floating around somewhere.
right here.
We should probably jump right into this video that just got tweeted out. Gardner, do you have it ready?
I do.
So in Kansas City, they have the parade today celebrating their Super Bowl victory. And somebody decided they were running a little late and wanted to get a better spot. Gardner, play the video. We actually have a police chase made its way into the parade route. This is highly dangerous.
Right into
Horrific.
people there, but police had time to move there to get ready to block them off. They turned instead of going into the crowd, and that's where police were able to execute that pit maneuver and stop them where they were.
This could have been devastating at any point. Look how close police get to try to stop this driver because they know so much is at stake. Kansas City police doing a phenomenal job of ending this. It ended seemingly just as quick as it started before the end of this parade route, which is unbelievable. You see how many cars they have? They practice for situations just like this, and especially on a day like today, there are so many members of law enforcement all around this parade route to keep you safe. Look at this. Here's the pit maneuver. There's somebody in front, somebody on the side, and somebody behind, and they're about to, as they take this turn, he's going to hop this curb. Look at this. There's Gary Lezak in our news car just to the left. Terrifying. Hopping the curb there, and the police cars making sure that they can get around and stop that car.
We heard from Mayor Quentin Lucas earlier live. He joined one of our 41 Action News reporters, Sarah Blake, to talk about what happened there.
My gosh. I can't. It kind of looks like I want to say that's Ward Parkway that they're doing. Just the way. So they have 2 lanes where people go about 45 miles an hour on this side, same on the other side. But did you see all of those people? That could have went so south.
That could have been really bad. But turn up, KC, turn up. They probably fucking him up. They have probably beaten the shit out of
These
him.
cops
right now.
are like,
Why
all
is
we
it
want.
him?
Huh?
What if it's an old lady trying to get to bridge?
It's a white man.
And they
being
blocked
white.
off.
Do we want to bet on
pathway.
ethnicity?
Oh, we should definitely
Who
bet.
did it?
Absolutely, let's bet on that. Are you serious?
Let's
You
bet
want?
on-
That's easy. That's Black History money right there, baby. Put something down, baby. Let's do it.
You want to bet on who was the driver of that
The
vehicle?
driver is no doubt that man is white. You know why? Because did you see the police shoot anyone?
Not on camera.
Nah, that man, they're damn near right. They know, hell, they whooping his ass, though, because, like, we've been waiting 50 years, and now I got to deal with this bullshit paperwork. Well, the parade, we were just going to watch the parade, damn. Now we got to do paperwork.
I'm trying to see if the video I have doesn't have the person getting out of the car. So I was
Yeah, that
trying
guy.
to-
And you know, ooh, that's going to be a judge. Oh, he going to get in front of that judge tomorrow. So let me get this straight.
During our Chiefs parade.
Yep. Yeah, he about to get, ooh, he ain't never getting out.
What? That seems like a little.
That would be a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I pissed off them folks up here trying to watch Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce come down with the Lombardi Trophy. Now they got to go write up some paperwork for the next 2 hours because your dumb ass wanted to hit the Whole Foods and this was the only route to get there.
You're
still
making
think
a
it-
lot of assumptions.
I still think it's an old lady trying to get to bridge.
Did you see the car he was driving in? It was a white man car.
Did they say if it was stolen or not?
I see one other video, but it doesn't give me an angle either. So.
Well, great work by
I'm trying
KC
here.
Police.
Oh wait! Oh wait!
What? We have an identity?
Well, I found one video now.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of close up.
Okay. Uh-oh.
And I think it's gonna run out before they show me. It's gonna run out before they show me.
Uh-oh.
Yep, didn't see it.
Damn.
Why are people doing this? If you're gonna put these videos up here, at least show me the guy getting arrested.
Yeah, I agree.
That's ridiculous.
He
Yep,
gets out of the
sorry.
car. A Chiefs DB comes out of nowhere. Decleats
Like,
him.
oh my God! What if he gets out and it's
He got jacked up.
what if he gets out as like Elvis Gerback? I want in on this parade!
Elvis,
I
we told
want
you.
in!
You're not allowed here anymore.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Who would pop out? Who would be the angry Kansas City? Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez. This was supposed to be me. I never won a bowl. You wait till I'm inducted into the Hall of Fame and then you win.
Marty Schottenheimer.
There are so many Chiefs, former Chiefs it could be.
Do you guys? Steve Bono shows up.
Dante Hall.
Do you
The way he
guys-
was zigging and zagging, it could have been Dante Hall.
Tony Horn. Hey, remember me?
No, now I do.
It was Dick Vermeil.
Do you
I
guys?
thought you know it was me. I was hitting the horn on the car. It's like, oh, it's Tony Horn.
Do you guys know the Jeff Pearlman story about Elvis Gerbach being sexiest athlete alive?
No.
They made a mistake and sent him. This is from Deadspin. This is from '09. I remember this. The sad, hilarious tale of Elvis Gerbach's 1998 sexiest athlete alive.
So he was named Sexiest Athlete Alive by mistake?
By mistake.
How so?
An epically comical story courtesy of SI's Jeff Pearlman that includes the following absurd characters: Rich Gannon, Elvis Gerbach, the Kansas City Chiefs, and a dim-witted People magazine photographer. Prepare to feel lifelong sympathy for Gerbach. I think they were there to shoot
To get
Rich
Bono
Gannon.
or Rich Gannon?
And they just said the Chiefs quarterback, and they were like, okay.
I got to read that story.
The magazine chose Rich Gannon as its sexiest athlete. At the time, Gannon was a member of the Chiefs, still a couple of seasons removed from his golden tenure with the Raiders. Gannon was 33, handsome and likable, a solid choice. Yet people, being people, simply informed the photographer assigned to the piece that sexiest athlete was the Chiefs quarterback. Hence, he took pictures of the Chiefs quarterback. Well, one of the Chiefs quarterbacks, Elvis Gerbach. Pictures made their way back to the New York offices. Editors were dumbfounded. This was their sexiest athlete. Well, learning the truth, no one with the magazine had the heart or guts to tell Gerbach that an unfathomable mistake. As a result, Elvis Gerbach reigns as People's 1998 athlete. The article's final line says it all. His personality makes him sexy. And there's a hilarious photo of Elvis Gerbach. Elvis Gerbach looking like a slim Michael Rappaport in this photo. Oh,
that is outstanding. Oh, that is outstanding.
Can you imagine being in that locker room after that?
Oh, man, that is
yeah.
funny.
I mean, how do you not? I mean,
Wait, who? You said Elvis? He ain't even the sexiest guy in his own position grouping.
That's bad.
oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I remembered that story. I'm so glad that was accurate. So yeah, there you go. There you have it.
See if
Poor
I can
Elvis.
find a sexy picture of
He's
Elvis Gerbach.
Oh, it's great. He's in the locker room. I mean, if you just type it in, the sad, hilarious tale of Elvis Gerbach, that picture says it all from the magazine.
Is he
it's
in
amazing.
jeans?
Yes.
Okay.
He's
hold
like,
on.
you want me to do what?
Give me a 30 seconds or so here.
Yeah, I'll tell people, and you don't have to worry about any kind of graphics about GastroPit. This Thursday, 8:30, come out, have some great barbecue, see some comedy. Gonna be a good time. Comedy on the Hill, free comedy Thursday this week at GastroPit. Oh no!
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, Elvis.
Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, no.
I like the jeans. They look a little loose fit. I enjoy that. Oh.
I mean,
no.
I'm sure ladies thought his bank account was handsome. But
Yeah.
His name is Elvis Gerbach.
he's tall and in shape, so he could have any woman in St. Louis.
that's
We'll say
easy.
that. But
Facts.
he ain't Rich Gannon, rugged-looking guy. You could. It's a fine choice.
Jesus
Who,
Christ.
Gerbach or Gannon?
Gannon.
Oh.
Gannon, no one's going to question. That
That's
one.
funny.
It's
They
like,
didn't have
is
a-
that Michael Rappaport?
Well, I think Elvis Gerbach would have understood. I think he would have. I don't think he wouldn't have hurt his feelings if he was like, Elvis, there's been a mistake. We meant Rich Gannon.
Athletes
Like,
are
I think
sensitive,
Elvis
man.
Gerbach would have been like, he wouldn't have been, what are you going to go sulk and cry in the corner?
Athletes are sensitive. Elvis is, I'm the starter. I am hot.
You think that would have distracted the Chiefs throughout the season?
Yale
Oh,
Hollander.
man, that People's Magazine photographer completely got me confused as the sexiest athlete alive.
Great question from Yale Hollander. Why is there a Springfield Glendale helmet in that picture?
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet there was just the Chiefs didn't want to give their likeness or something, so they just
Just
sourced
found
a helmet.
Yeah, probably what it was.
That's really funny. Nice
Glendale.
poll, Yale. I didn't realize
That's,
Springfield Glendale. Thank
that's-
God it wasn't Kickapoo.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, no, not Kickapoo at all.
I'm looking for a nice Rich Gannon photo.
Yeah, you got to really show off his. It's good. Now you would have found one had they done the sexiest athlete alive. Think of that. That's almost as bad as the Astros denying the Dodgers their World Series.
Yeah.
So they didn't have Rich Cannon's name?
No.
Was the photographer that lazy?
No, they said their New York offices just said go take. They just said the Chiefs quarterback.
Did the photographer not know how
didn't say-
sports works?
There's Rich Gannon.
Yeah, that works.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, it's a handsome fellow.
I can understand why he would get that.
Yeah, especially back in the 90s.
Yeah. Good skin too,
Okay. Take it easy.
especially back in the 90s.
Why is that?
Why is that a thing?
Because the way we looked at what is good looking in the 90s is not the same we look at it now.
It's not?
I don't think so. Well, asses weren't a thing in the 90s.
All right. Yeah, that's changed.
That's changed. Those breasts were big in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're a big ass, leg people. We and then we're kind of, well, obviously, the endless amounts of Botox and facial reconstruction surgery.
Yeah, that's different.
People have just, man, plastic surgery used to be a thing where it's just like, now it's like, well, duh.
It's what we do.
Yeah, I'm over
It's-
30.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm over. Yeah, that's essentially, you're right. If you're in Hollywood, not to be funny, you're correct.
Man,
You're 30, 32, 33.
that's disappointing.
You want to get about 5 to 7 more years out of that playing the college quarterback
But it
on a
doesn't-
CW show?
It doesn't always do what you think it's going to do.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it has mixed results with a lot of people, but it's, I mean, if it's your career, it's your livelihood, then you have to do what it
chance, yeah.
takes. It's almost expected now. Like it's a reality that you hear a lot of older actresses speak on constantly. It's just that's me. I wouldn't even say it's unspoken truth. It's a very loud truth. It's almost like oh, hey, 40-year-old actress. Well, pick a doctor. Oh, you don't? All right. Well, good luck being
When are you getting work done?
shit. As soon as I get out there, day one, y'all be like, man, who the fuck? Who? That's Travis. I don't know who that is. That's not Travis.
What would you get worked on?
Well, I'm gonna get hair implants off the top.
Is that what you're going with first?
I'm going with the hair, right? No doubt.
Is there a hairstyle you would want to go with?
No, a low cut can stay. It can stay low. I just need more definition.
Would you have a little raised though if you had hair though?
A little bit. It's at
So
the
you're,
top, maybe a
you're,
little bit at the
you're
top.
getting your hair cut.
Yeah, it looks like Friday now.
Looks like Friday. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have a place you're going?
My basement.
Oh,
Oh, a little grinds action. I like it.
okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
So hopefully they'll let me use the basement. I don't want to get it cut in the apartment.
Have hair everywhere.
Yeah.
I am very much looking forward.
sure
to
they'll
this
let
new
me
look.
use
Can
the
you
basement.
donate your hair if you do it in a basement?
Can I have some of your hair?
Why
if
does
you-
it matter what room I do
I'm
it
about
in?
to say I don't think it matters.
Well,
where
they
you-
have licenses for barbershops and health standards and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
You still can?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Talk to me.
Can I whittle some of your hair into my beard?
Ooh. Like beard extensions?
I will wear your hair.
Oh, where your hair?
What if you end up with my wig?
Ooh, I like that.
I think I'm going to donate to wigs for kids.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Is what I
Have
I
some
don't-
little gray-headed 10-year-old running
Well,
around.
they dye it.
Looking like a,
Mom,
Look at-
broken.
looking like
I've
a-
been through enough.
like a thick Hillary Clinton.
Isn't this the style now?
Yeah, great point. Yeah. Like, no, you're gonna be a hipster. It's like, Mom, I'm into sports. No, you're a hipster. You're a bass player in an indie band now.
This is
Just thinking about a black girl in Chicago going to
Gray hair.
school.
After
got
all
a
she's
new
been
wig.
through. After all she's been.
And she has Chris Gardner's hair on her head. And she's going to school. And she's going to do something with her life. And Chris Gardner's hair is going to be along for the ride. That's how your legacy lives on.
Ooh.
Your hair is going to go onto the head of a young lady that's going to invent the cure to cancer. And then she's going to be like, the confidence came from when my mom went out and bought this wig on Amazon, and it gave me the source of my strength to
No.
go after this debilitating disease.
She's not going to get it from Amazon. That's why I'm going with wigs for kids.
Oh, okay. Either way,
Because they don't have to buy them.
That hair is
There are
gonna
certain
live-
organizations that sell theirs, and I'd rather give it to a place that just gives them away.
what are we talking about? His hair is going to end up on a serial killer. It's
Either
Yeah.
way,
Oh, wow. How would that work out? Scene of the crime, you're charged.
That's true. You're
This
going to be
is
screwed,
good.
bro.
This is a good.
Those kids gonna set your ass up.
I'm going to prison.
There's gonna be like a kid in there that's been setting this up for years to exact revenge on Gardner.
A kid serial killer.
Yes. Okay, you talking all that shit about my bears. Okay, I see what that motherfucker was up to. I'm gonna set his ass up for real. Let's put that dream team to a test. Can't do nothing when the hair follicles are there.
I will need the dream team there.
Yeah.
How do I beat that?
Yeah.
I probably will have to look. What we would have to do is bring up that fact, and then, God, I hope they don't have any other shit. Just rely on the fact that it's only hair and they don't have any DNA evidence from anywhere else in my body. That'd be my only chance, probably.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to prison for life.
See you later, buddy. Peace out.
That's kind of along the lines of your aspirations.
Wouldn't that be
just a
fitting
confined
into my story, though?
You end up in prison?
Yeah, and a crime I didn't commit, all because I donated my hair to charity.
Yeah.
And you just get to smoke and watch TV and kind of
No,
hold court.
No, actually, this is what happens.
Kind of sounds like a dream
Go
come
on.
true for you. Yeah.
Get to hold court. He gets to be a kingpin inside a prison.
Bloviate.
Just
yeah.
the old
and you're
wise.
you're pulling strings all over the place. None of those boys are trying to get a hold of you. You don't have to worry about that. You're not prime for them.
Kind of dusty.
Mm-hmm.
I might do okay in prison.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Think about the crime.
Think about, you've always wanted to be a political string puller. No better place to do that with your past than prison.
Yeah.
So it could work out for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
Think
put
about-
away for crimes I didn't commit, all because a kid got a wig of my hair
Yeah.
and became a serial
Then
killer.
you sell your memoirs. It becomes
This
a
is-
film on Netflix. It becomes this huge 5-part series, documentary.
They try to get me out of prison, and I say, no, I'm staying.
Yes.
Think about how much good you could do in a system that uses cigarettes as currency. Your
true.
motivation is there. It
Yeah,
is.
You've never been more motivated a day in your life. Smokes on the line is currency.
I'm
Oh,
running,
Joe,
running
Joe,
menthols
Joe.
in and out of prison.
You'll go turn it to Jeff. You go turn it to Jeff Bezos.
I only see 3 packs here, and none of them are menthol.
Yeah, you
Put
gonna
that pillow back.
I'd be the Jeff Bezos of prison.
You're gonna be like Gordon Gekko in prison. You just gonna be like, I don't know that movie, but I'm sure there's yelling involved. And give me a smoke.
Smoking is good.
There, boom.
All right, that's not so bad. We turned that negative into a positive, just like that.
Off to prison you go.
See you later, Garzi. What are you doing after we are live? I think I'm gonna go to prison.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll do that and try that out for a few years. See how that works.
What kind of prison, I wonder, they give me?
Well, that's a good question. Depends on the crime.
Well, it'd be,
if it's
it'd be
a cri-
maximum security.
Yeah,
probably.
because of the murder.
I
and
wouldn't
all.
get the Stinger prison.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that one.
That would be kind of nice, though. But they would never give me that because I was set up by this bastard kid who has my wig of hair. Take that kid, though. I turned that into a positive.
Right.
Live out my life in prison. My mom won't be happy.
You think, but maybe she'd rest easy knowing
Yeah,
you're safe.
maybe peace of mind, actually. Like, at least we know where he is.
That's true.
And he's doing okay.
That's true. And
He's
that you're eating.
He's where he belongs.
That you're eating at least 3 square meals.
Yeah, he's finally found a place where he fits in.
Yeah. And he's not going to be a harm to anyone, nor himself.
Mm-mm.
And then thinking about all the responsibilities go away. All you have to worry about is the occasional prison riot, which, from what I understand, you get at least a 2 to 3 day head start on that. So even if a prison riot was to come up, you could be like, you can plan around it. You can look at your Google calendar and be like, oh, okay, prison riot on Friday.
Yeah.
But we're going to do
Should I
white
type that
chicken
in?
chili on Tuesday.
I probably have a code for it or something.
You would. You would do fun at prison. I think that should be an option given to people who are just, you're like, you know what? I didn't do a crime and I don't want to hurt anyone, but I just don't want to be involved with society anymore.
You know what it
Can
is?
I rent out a room in prison?
It's like rehab for poor people.
Yes.
Like rich people, they get in trouble and
Right.
whatever, and I just need a break.
Right.
And they go to rehab.
Right.
They go to Malibu.
Right.
Go see Pax Prentice.
It'd be like,
get
it'd be free rehab. Like, we'll give you the services, however, it takes place in a prison.
Yeah.
So Yeah, you got to abide by those rules while you're here. You're when you feel like you've gone through the therapy,
Yeah.
you can leave. However, while you're in prison, you have to abide by prison rules.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's
And
free. It's free access to all you
See,
need.
that's another thing for poor people is that it's just tough. Like they can't afford a break.
Right.
Or rich people can afford a break.
Right.
Now,
That's a good point. This plan is kind of coming together pretty well. I'm not gonna lie.
along with your cigarette hustle and transactions, would you kind of become the go-to comfort guy? Like, would you be an expert in like prison pizza? Like, would you find ways to smuggle in like weird cheeses to make like prison-style gourmet foods?
Well, if I'm
Because-
running cigarettes in and out, most likely in, I would probably feel an obligation to my people to do that as well.
Yeah, to be like, hey, if you're a loyal customer on Fridays, we have free pizza Friday.
Yeah.
Come by.
Hey.
we'll eat behind my toilet. It's
There's a
nice.
slice. I got a nice Totino's. They're allowing me a microwave in here now.
Our friend Reggie Edwards, Reggie Cush, up in New York. He's been in here. He's from St. Louis. He does a video segment called Cooking with Cush. He makes stuff out of, he's like calls them hood recipes and stuff. Like he'll make it out of like whatever he's got around. You guys should check that out. They're actually
So I'll
very
do prison
funny.
recipes.
Yeah,
That
I
would
think
be
that's a
good.
good thing to do.
I can see that. I can see in a handful of years the way the world of entertainment is going that an author will try to infiltrate a prison, spend like 6 to 8 months in there just to get a good, solid story.
I wonder if
And
that's
you can
been
be
done
that
before.
story. You can be that. You can be the first to volunteer to go to prison.
I'm not volunteering. Remember, I'm set up by a kid
No, that's right. That's right.
because I got to get in maximum security. And that kid, I wonder how many people he kills.
A lot.
At least 5.
Yeah, it's the only way you can get your serial killer badge.
And then he's still out there.
Yeah, you only get. I think 5's the number.
Hmm.
Is that how it's like? How do you score?
Well, like
how do you score a
anything
serial
over
killer?
anything over 2,
This counts as a serial killer?
Yeah.
technically.
2 different people?
Yeah. There's
They're mass murderer,
They're-
maybe.
they're kind of
Maybe I'm thinking mass murderer. Serial
No.
killer would imply
A serial killer would apply
psychological
this.
intent like that.
Right. They're apply, do you have to have
I
a
don't.
theme?
You don't look at
Serial
a guy
killer-
killing people for business purposes like a mobster. You don't look at him as
He's
a
a
serial
serial killer,
but he is.
but
But
he
we
is.
don't treat him like one.
Yeah.
Freedom. Right.
we
Right.
don't
Right. Right.
necessarily. It might fall into the technical definition, but we don't view it that way.
We
We look
see-
at a serial killer, multiple instances,
Well,
an MO a
If
lot
I
of
may.
times.
Yeah.
we view the mobsters as lions. They just kill shit. This is what they do. And then we view the serial killers as those spiders. Grab you down in your hole.
Right.
Come out.
Right.
Calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I think it's just technically more than one instance.
Okay.
But
Mass murderer is person who does it all at once, whereas a serial killer
Yeah.
does it over time.
yeah.
Am I correct in that? I feel like that's kind of the
and-
definition.
But also mass murdering can also entail doing it
over a period of
more
time
than
as
one
well.
time.
Okay.
It's just in groups and such. Yeah.
Serial killer definition.
Okay.
A person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive. That's the big part.
No
And-
apparent motive?
Right. That it's
Oh,
just it's what they,
interesting.
yeah. And typically following a characteristic, predictable behavior pattern. Now that
Okay.
doesn't give you like the numbers. Like say, okay. if they
That's
do
a
that, but-
weird
No, it doesn't
definition
mention.
because
You think?
I would not put no apparent motive in there. I mean, there's a motive.
I think they're just
That's
driven by their sickness.
Yeah, that's a motive, though.
But it wouldn't be you killed them because they slept with your wife.
Yeah, that's just a different motive.
Right. But it is a motive.
Yeah,
It's just not that motive.
yeah.
There are a series of motives as to why you want to commit. Like even if your MO is that I was
and
abused.
maybe there's more clarification there.
Okay.
Mass murderers differ from serial killers who kill at 2 or more locations with almost no break between murders and are not defined by the number of victims, and serial killers who may kill people over long periods of time.
Yeah, so with serial killer, it's over a period of time. Mass murdering is the amount of people killed in one instance.
Here's a better.
Oh, and it can't
one
be
more.
over a period of time.
Yeah, it can,
this
it
better?
can be once or more than once.
Is this better? Serial killers commit clearly separate murders happening at different times. Mass murders are defined by one incident with no
Yeah.
distinctive time period
Right.
between the murders.
That's
Okay,
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only part I would disagree with there was just the motive thing, but everything else there.
I
makes
just
sense.
thought you had to have all right, that's 3. It's serial killer time. It's like, you had 2. You kind of just a murdering son of a bitch. But now you got a 3rd one. I got to call you a serial killer, Bob. Sorry. That's just,
We got.
you have 3 now, so that's the rules.
We have a suggestion. The Black Sheep says, be sure to monitor this kid. Make sure he doesn't go too overboard. You want lodging for life, but don't want to end up in Potosi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I wonder if I get a choice of which Supermax I'm going into.
Man, Potosi. I feel so bad for Potosi. That was, and this, I'm not saying this is true, okay, or anything, but being from where I'm from, you'd play them in sports sometimes.
Right.
And they were known for their prison that killed people and being inbred. Those were the 2 things that defined Potosi.
Delightful.
And that's very rude of me or of people in the area.
Okay, ADX Florence. I'm looking at the.
You're searching them out.
Yeah.
Stop the job search. No more doorman work.
What is ADX Florence? United States Penitentiary
Let's not look at penitentiaries.
and Fremont
gonna
County,
get depressing.
It's
Colorado.
going to get incredibly depressing. I don't think I want to take more
Don't
of
pull
a
up
deep dive.
don't pull up the demographics.
Okay,
I don't wanna
so
take more of a deep dive into prisons. If we
it
can
looks
just-
like ADX Florence will be the one for me.
He's
If I
talking
could
about like he's booking a
choose.
hotel for a trip.
Alcatraz.
Historically fun.
How is that not a loft?
It's an art installation.
I was right. How is that not? How long before that becomes exclusive island for the rich in San Francisco?
Maybe
As
it
much
would
as
be an
housing
island.
is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As
Wow.
expensive
Yeah,
as
they start
housing
renting it
is.
out.
Like, all right, guys, this
Listen.
$15 million a month
No, it's
home
fine.
isn't cutting it. I think I'm ready to move to Alcatraz.
It's Fire Festival.
It's in the Fire Festival. That's where they're gonna
It's
hold.
lodging.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Alcatraz, the festival.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we're headed.
What's the festival this year? Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Y'all playing Alcatraz this summer? Yeah, dog. I love Alcatraz.
That'd be a hell of a festival. People stay in the cells.
Best honey buns in the business.
Just a 2-day festival, just over a weekend.
All this food talk's making me hungry. Do you want to dive into the top 10? Did we do this with Amanda? I think we talked about it. We previewed St. Louis Magazine's top 10 pizza in St. Louis. Do we want to review that?
Yeah, we can touch on the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah. What do we have here?
We got
Travis.
number 1. The top 10 best pizza places for top 10 best places for pizzas in St. Louis. This is according to our good friends at St. Louis Magazine. We briefly discussed it last week, but here are your top 10. Union Loafers in Botanical Heights. You have Louis in Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
You have Katie's Pizza and Pasta Osteria, and that's in Clayton Town and Country.
Some gourmet stuff, man.
The URB in Manchester in the Grove.
I think they call it the Herb.
The Herb, okay. I just saw.
Like Urban Chestnut owns it.
Oh, okay, nice. 5, Dewey's Pizza. I've had Dewey's, very good.
Is that in Kirkwood?
Dewey's is multiple locations, but it is in Kirkwood. Kirkwood, they do have a Kirkwood location.
That in Kirkwood?
Pastaria.
Canetto still open?
Forsyth on Clayton. Basso's.
I was hoping you'd say Beso or something.
Clayton Avenue, Richmond Heights. These are some very upscale places. Pie Pizzeria.
Get out of here with pie.
Multiple locations. Pie is
Talk about-
good.
that is a fall from grace. They went from, Obama loves us. We're opening in Miami and D.C. to,
They're still successful.
I don't know if they are. They're open. Good for them.
I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Yaki's.
Yeah. Yaki's.
Yaki's and Cherokee in the Ben Park neighborhood. And top 10, number 10, Pie Guy Pizza in the Grove,
I
Manchester.
think I've had 4 of those.
I'll go with Pie Guy as a legitimate pizza. The rest of these there's a lot of gourmet.
1.
All very tasty though. Yeah.
No,
I like Dewey's.
no,
I haven't had Union Loafers.
2.
There's a bunch of, yeah. how'd you
I
get
like
it to
Pie
work?
Guy because
I've
it's
had-
your basic New York slice.
I've had
Yeah.
2 of these, yeah. These are gourmet style.
Gotta watch it.
pizzas, too.
Pie Guy, if you go there late and you get a whole pizza or whatever, you're really chancing a drunk person just walking up and ripping that baby out of your out of your
yeah.
hands.
You're
I look like I was in
right
prison.
in the mix.
Yeah, you're right
You're
in the
mix
middle of it
there.
all. I look like I was in prison when I was sitting out there eating. You're not grabbing this, frat guy.
You're hiding from people.
I know what you're up to. Because I placed what I would have done.
Yeah, you're actually telling more on yourself too.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Gosh,
remember.
That would be terrible.
I remember me.
Any gripes?
I would have. I like La Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned before. That's my.
No St. Louis style on there.
Yeah, I'm sure they got some emails on that.
We'll have to check with Amanda on that one.
Yeah, I think I look. I don't gourmet pizza is gourmet pizza. Do what you want to do. I'm not big on gourmet pizzas. I just think pizza
just
is
assume give me some
a
pizza.
yeah. Give me pizza. Like, and it doesn't. I'm not saying go cheap either, but I'm saying give me pizza. I think that's why I'm such a big fan of Joni's. Like, it's pizza. I don't need the frill. I don't need the cuteness. I need you to give me cheese, sauce, meat, vegetables, delicious buttery crust. Like, I don't know. There's some of the brick oven style pizza, gourmet style, doesn't do it for me. And they look good. The ingredients are fascinating. The people who make them, like, these are talented people who work at these restaurants, and trust me, they know way more about food than I'll ever be able to forget. When I think pizza, though, I'm thinking just give me quality bread, quality cheese, some assortment of meats, some occasional veggies, some good cheese.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah. Have you ever? I'm just never in the mood for gourmet pizza.
Yeah, I don't
I'm not
ever.
going to turn it down.
I'm not gonna turn it down. If it's there, I'll eat it. But
I don't know
not,
if I'm not in the mood, but here's what I don't do. I guess I don't crave it.
right.
Like, I'll crave certain other like
Right.
raw pizza or
Right.
Stefanina's. Growing up on that in O'Fallon, I'll crave those restaurants.
Right.
I'm not necessarily going to crave something that's, more designer or
Right.
whatever.
And
it's
it's
just
not, and I'm not even knocking it.
And if you
because-
want to, that's fine. That's why I've always put pizza and sandwiches in the same category. Oh, what's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite sandwich? I don't know. What mood am I in
Right.
that day? Like, I don't know what toppings I'm going to get. But that's with a sandwich. It always depends on what I'm getting on the sandwich. Like, if I want a poor boy, I know where I'm going. If I want a turkey, I know where I'm going. If I want a hot salami, I know where I'm going. It depends on what I'm getting. And I would put pizza the same way.
I think I may be in the minority. in this.
Don't narrow me down to one when there's so many out there.
But also,
You're a man
there's-
of pleasure.
Yes. Allow me to taste it all.
And look, and there have been some great places. Chris's favorite California Pizza Kitchen that took the
yeah,
gourmet
yeah,
pizza
that's
craze
how
and
I
took it
do
to
it.
another level. But
I like
just
California
think,
pizza.
I don't. Okay. I think when it's pizza, give me pizza.
Or give me death.
Or you don't do that. I got to kill a brother.
Have your pizza and eat it too?
I think that's like saying that's like when people say gourmet hot dogs. Sure, you can gourmet anything, but
What do you
at the
mean
end of the
by
day, it's a
gourmet?
hot dog, man. Relax.
Well, no.
It's pizza at the end of the day. Relax.
Give me a beef frank is what I would say.
Okay, that's fair.
That's the first step in any hot dog.
I just
is
think we
a
put
beef
gourmet on everything, and I'm just like, do we need to put gourmet on everything?
Yeah, I
do we
don't know
need
why
gourmet pizza?
All you really need it for a hot dog is a beef frank,
Thank.
and then do whatever the hell
How
else
you
you
want
want
to it.
except for putting ketchup.
There's no
on
need
it.
for you to call it gourmet. There's no need for you to get all silly and free. Now you can do it because you can.
Is that?
But that's
do
not.
they call it gourmet like because of the buns they're using?
I
and
think like,
stuff,
oh
or
look,
what?
it's got sesame seeds on the side. Like,
no.
give me the damn hot dog.
Load it
and that's
up.
kind of how I am with my pizza. I'm like, that looks nice. That's cool. That deer, turkey, machete meat, whatever the hell you call it, is there, and oh, delicious. But give me my pizza.
Yeah, but Dogtown does have a collaboration with Joya's for their hot salami pizza. I've had a number of times now.
You've told me about this.
A number of
Told
times.
me about hot salami.
Again, with the grunting.
Ooh, a number of times.
Don't do that.
It's got that hot salami and pepper cheese on it.
You hear the tumescence meter going.
It's got a little sweetness to it.
Don't mean to bring down the mood, but I don't want to leave our friend empty-handed before the
You
show.
got to do your proper transition.
You know what ain't gourmet? This government.
Why'd you do that, Chris? Chris, respond.
Do what?
Big
You
night.
dropped your head.
Oh, nothing.
Big night for Trumpy Bear.
It's not Travis's fault.
It's
It
not
was
anyone's fault.
It was. I didn't catch last night's festivities, the State of the Union. I wasn't gonna sit through that.
I heard it's strong.
Yeah. It. But just reading the notes and the stories and what I saw, some of the reactions on Twitter. It's not the lowest, obviously, in the history of our government. But this is definitely top 10.
Or you got a ranking? Put out your
probably-
ranking.
it's probably
Put out.
top
You're just guessing now. You're just
yeah, I
guessing.
guess it. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna go top. Can I go top 25? I just thought about it. If I had to make a top 10, yeah, there are gonna be a few more moments that are gonna get bumped up before that. But it's probably, and the reason why
You're saying it's on the slideshow.
it's definitely a AP top 25.
Okay.
But I thought last night, just based on what I've read and a number of people's reactions,
I watched.
This is. It's not even. I'm using the word embarrassing. I just don't think it's. It is a form of secondhand embarrassment. That like I'm kind of getting now, in that okay, this is borderline childish. It is childish. Let's call it for what it is. It's childish. Pelosi ripping to the paper. It's childish. Trump awarding the Medal of Freedom to Rush Limbaugh. Childish.
Call him Rush Limbaugh?
Rush Limbaugh. Oh, sorry. It was the most ignorant State of the Union I've ever heard of. It was a clown show.
You were gonna say scene, but then you remembered you didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I watched.
What did you think?
Rush
Limbaugh getting the Medal of Freedom is just that's
I think some people were pointing out, and
that's wild,
and
man.
probably accurately so, that you'll see a lot of these clips in commercials coming up. A lot of pandering, red meat kind of
Definitely.
stuff, if you will,
Sure.
following some cliches.
You expect that.
Because they even had the soldier reunion with the family, honoring a Tuskegee Airman, handing out scholarships to kids. Now, if I were talking to the president today, like my line of questioning would be more along the lines of, oh yeah, the Tuskegee Airman, what's his name? You made him brigadier general, Mr. President. What was his name? Help me out here, Mr. President. What's his name? Oh, you don't remember? Oh, the kid you gave the scholarship to, her name. What was her name? I would just run through the list of people
That he honored.
because he obviously doesn't know who the hell they really are. So I would that would be a tact of mine. I watched his comments on healthcare, and they were straight up lies, and it's obvious to me that he has no grasp on healthcare and has no plan that he is going to reveal after the election, like has been intimated. I don't think the GOP, has had a grasp on healthcare.
Right.
At least I think some of the reason, you hear GOP talk about small government, limited government, stuff like that,
Right.
is because they're lazy and don't want to do anything.
Right.
And this allows them not to, and because they really don't have a plan for it.
I
So
think
their thinking is not creative. Their thinking is completely lazy. They're some of the laziest thinkers there are, and it shows whenever, especially when healthcare is the number one thing for me, and they haven't had anything in a decade. Like not even repeal and replace, like going through that with
Right.
Obamacare. The replacement was free market.
right.
So what that means is, we don't have to do anything. It's just all laziness.
I think if anything,
It's just it was obvious to me there was no ideas.
It wasn't,
really.
and I think too, what a lot of people are calling it. It felt like a MAGA rally, but I think if more than anything, it solidified what I believe is going to happen in November. Is that, or as even the lead up to November, I said he's going to, after today's potential vote for acquittal of the president, I think he's going to be a runaway freight train, and I think he's going to be willing to do any and everything, no matter who it lands on, to ensure that he's reelected. And I think this was the opening salvo. he's letting you know, I'm not going to use facts. If you thought at any point I'm not going to use facts, but I think if anything the speech does, it reinforces to him. It doesn't matter whether you believe it. It matters whether he believes what he read. And he strongly believes what he read yesterday. So in his mind, come November, just say in the event he doesn't win re-election, to my I've been saying to Chris, I truly believe he is going to do whatever he can to not leave because he believes everything he just said last night during the State of the Union. He's going to say, I helped a Tuskegee Airmen, so why wouldn't blacks vote for me? I help kids, so why wouldn't women vote for me and support me? And why wouldn't young people support me and care for me? Like, why wouldn't the right be there for me? Because I gave Rush Limbaugh the Medal of Freedom. Like, everything he said was almost not a reinforcement just to his party or to even Republicans, but to himself, that it's the speech that he needed to give himself going into this re-election that, oh yeah, I need to be president. I have to be president, and I will do everything it takes after this acquittal to remain president. And that's where I think we're headed.
I
did
step outside when, like, I saw the stuff that Rush Limbaugh was going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And I was like, okay, they're going to do this in a ceremony.
Right.
In the White House.
Right.
I did not expect it to be taking place in the State of the Union
and then have Melania,
and
oh my God.
I kind of saw that going on, and I stepped outside to
that was bad.
Quite frankly, I thought it was embarrassing.
That's it. That was gross. That was gross.
It was.
That was gross. I
mean, I respect nothing about the man.
Rush Limbaugh is one of the most racist, bigoted human beings on earth.
Yeah, so
and to award him the Medal of Freedom during the State of the Union, that showed me that Trump is like, fuck it. We are absolutely a runaway freight train over the next 10 months, baby. Hold on to your ass because you ain't seen nothing yet. You gave Rush Limbaugh in the middle of the State of the Union. A noted bigot, a noted sexist, a noted racist. It's documented. It is unequivocal. It is like giving David Duke the Medal of Freedom inside the halls of Congress. That is insane.
Rush has a radio show.
He has a show, though. He makes $250 million a year. But it is.
See, that's what I hear.
Can't
argument from some people
is crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
But look at what he's done for the radio. I'm like, that doesn't mean I have to respect him.
It doesn't mean he's still not racist either. Yeah. People say, the charity work. It doesn't remove the racism. It doesn't remove the sexism. Well, the man literally called a woman a slut because she testified in front of Congress for the need for women's birth control, and you gave him the Medal of Freedom, the highest honor you can give a civilian, in the middle of the State of the Union. That is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. Can you imagine how his stories are going to look on this in 20 years? A noted racist in the middle of the State of the Union. A man who has documented his hate for blacks. And he got the Medal of Freedom in the middle of the State of the Union. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, I watched part of it.
Rush Limbaugh was literally teared up. You know how sick that is? Look, Pelosi and the tearing of the, okay.
What do you think, Chris?
It's annoying.
I think it's funny. None of this is funny. It sucks. But it is interesting or funny to see. I did click on a few things from a few different people on Twitter, and just like the varying points that people that live next door to each other have and say what happened. We had people saying how great it was and how, they hate Pelosi, and then you go and you see conversations like this, but then there's also the extremes. It's I don't know if wild is the way to put it. That's probably downplaying it quite a bit.
They wildin'.
The polarization is pretty insane.
I'm not going to sit up here and say that she was wrong and that she was more out of place than the president for ripping up his paper. My thing is, it's so passive. It's a desire to be symbolic. I don't care for symbolism right now. I want you to do your fucking job. I don't care. What is ripping the paper going? Oh, who cares? Stop trying to grasp Instagram moments and hashtag moments. Fucking do your job. I don't care if you sat up there and you signed a budget and an agreement with this president. You tried to shake his hand. You're trying to continue to work with someone who doesn't want you, that doesn't want you around, that spends billions of dollars on campaigns hating you.
But you know
so
what
why are you shaking your
No,
reaching
she
out your
gave
handshake?
a gift. She gave a gift, Travis.
She gave us a gift. Thank you.
She gave, and I'll tell you what that gift is, and especially on Blackuary.
Oh boy.
During Blackuary,
Oh,
it's
no.
significant.
Oh no.
She created a GIF
Oh boy.
that could be used on Black Twitter
Yes,
all
it
the
can.
time.
Yeah, she did. She did give us that.
So she gave you that.
She did give us that.
So maybe don't yell at
I'm
her.
gonna rip up a paper, but you just literally 20
Yep.
minutes ago tried to reach out your hand to shake his hand. You done sat up here on several daises up here signing whatever agreement that he wants. Day-I? Is it
I don't
day-I
know.
when
I
it
just
gets
made that
multiple?
up.
The
That
fact of the
makes
matter
sense.
is, it's just, and I'm not even trying to do the both sides thing, Chris. It was just, last night was just utterly depressing, man. Like, ads.
Hey, try watching it.
That is it's like even just reading the commentary just from basic casual observers, and it was just like this is a circus.
Well, you had Fred Gutenberg getting kicked out, whose daughter was killed in Parkland.
It was
He
a
yelled out when Trump was talking about protecting 2A. You had one congressman walk out as well. I can't remember during which stretch that was, though.
it's yeah. This is
I do say he mentioned Space Force.
Morale-
He was so proud of it, and like they showed the generals and all that, and they're sitting, and they're not supposed to make any reaction, you know. But he mentioned Space Force, and he's so proud of it, and they're just sitting there like we don't even know what the fuck this is.
I think that these last 3 days, from the Iowa debacle to the State of the Union last night, and at some point this evening, the potential acquittal, the likely acquittal of Trump in the Senate. These are, and again, I'm not saying 3 of the darkest days. I'm not saying they're game changers, but these are 3 days.
You got to stop doing that.
Yeah, I will. I'm pulling back the reins just a tad bit, but these last 3 days are just
Because what it does,
it's an embarrassment. I hate saying it's embarrassment for democracy because I can point to a number of instances over the last 5 months that are embarrassments. And then people, exactly. I think it's just an embarrassment. It's just the system has become so.
No,
why are we here?
Yeah.
Why are we? When I say why are the people here? Why are we here?
Oh, that's another question
Right.
I have constantly. Oh, this is not an existential question of why we are.
No,
in existence.
not that. Well, like, why are we?
okay.
Why do we need to be here? It's very clear
Why-
that nothing we say or do matters to the people in power. So, what do you want us to do in the meantime?
Well, I just saw that Clean Missouri, it looks like, is getting a ballot question or something like that. So, yeah, you're right in a lot of ways. But the reason you can't say game changer all the time is because you just wear yourself out.
I'm out of games to change.
Yeah.
I'm no more games to change.
Yeah, we need you to have some games to change.
I have no more.
I don't
games
want
to
you to
change.
stop changing games. But you can't constantly be changing the game or else that's tiresome.
Yeah, it's
We gotta pace yourself here.
man,
That's all.
Noted racist, like documented. A guy that bragged about not liking Mexicans, like the guy that wanted President Obama, said literally, I hope for you to fail. Like, and he got the Presidential Medal of Freedom on national television at the State of the Union. That's good God.
In the same year that Lamar Jackson got
And he did it during
NFL
Black History
MVP.
Month.
Yeah.
And he did it during Black History Month.
Well, remember Russia's critiques of black quarterbacks.
You're going to pay for this. You're going to pay. Enjoy your moment now. But you're going to pay, Trumpy Bear. You're going down. And even if I have to take myself with you.
What a moment.
What a great show. guys.
Cinematic.
It's been good, huh?
Cinema.
Big thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors, and we'll see you tomorrow live at 8 a.m.
Peace.